Sudan's Air Force chief, what a recalcitrant fellow, insists the army is prepared to hand over power. We do not want to rule Sudan forever. A few months and we will go home, he said. Initially welcomed as liberators, talks between the Transitional Military Council and protest movement leaders broke down over the structure of an interim government before security forces turned their guns on the people last week. Listen to this. I feel these negotiations will not go well. They behave like kids. They're not behaving like adult politicians, he said, of the protest leaders who he believes are unwilling to compromise. The truth is probably the reverse, isn't it? The opposition has also demanded an international investigation into last week's killings before talks can restart. Well, that's not going to happen. I can tell you that for free. And I wrote about this. I said, we now have two visions of the future in Sudan. One vision played out on our screens. The protesters could have been our wives, our children, our daughters and our sons. The other vision is that of MBS, MBZ and Al-Sisi, and it's red in tooth and claw. Vladimir and Xi backed the Gulf view, and America so far is way below the radar somewhere. And that took me back to Hugh Masekela. I want to be there when the people start to turn it around. I said Sudan is a Masekela pivot moment. And I described, the mood of this revolution, the zeitgeist was so intoxicating. It was like some oud the Saudi Arabian ambassador once gave me, which stayed with me all through the day. And I'd find myself sort of intoxicated and delirious, smelling myself. It was quite peculiar. But it was that good. The exquisite murals, the composition of the crowds, the element of girl power which spoke to hope and a future. As I watched events unfold, it felt like Sudan was a portal into a whole new another normal. David Pilling in the Financial Times captured the essence of it by quoting William Wordsworth, writing about the French Revolution. Oh, pleasant exercise of hope and joy, for mighty were the auxiliaries which then stood upon our side. We who were strong in love, bliss was it in that dawn to be alive, but to be young was very heaven. What a beautiful statement. Sudanese soldiers are seen driving an army vehicle in the capital Khartoum in this photograph, and they're basically going back to Paul Virilio's comment, right, about the street.